course. What is your family name?
I will do Miranda.
Miranda.
Yes.
Please welcome aboard Miranda.
Hello, insiders, and welcome to the Disney Wish. I'm so excited to be on board the Disney Wish. I love this ship. This is my third time on the ship. I love her. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's stunning. We'll talk logistics in a second, but first, ice cream. Sold. All right, let's talk some logistics for a second. So in order for me to get here, I chose to use the Disney charter bus system. That is a $45 transfer to and from any Disney resort and or the airport. The day before you cruise, they will send you information about what time to be there, and they make the process very, very simple. I gave my bag over, the lady took it. I don't know if my bag is gonna be here. It will be, don't worry. But I didn't have to worry about my bag except my carry-on bag. In your carry-on bag, make sure you have your travel documentation, i.e. birth certificate or passport. I am a birth certificate person. I have yet to renew my passport since I got married. Working on it. And if you are 16 years and older, might be 18, don't quote me on that, you have to have another photo identification, driver's license, you know, things like that. You have to have that as well. And also the QR code. Typically it goes into your wallet, your Apple Wallet, or whatever phone you have, but your QR code that shows, you know, this is the cruise that you are going on. Then when you're in the ship terminal, you just wait for your boarding group to be called. My boarding group was 8. I got in very easily. Well, I should say slightly easy. I did have a little bit of a hiccup when I was checking in because the birth date on the account was different than my actual documents, which they fixed and it was fine. He was so nice about it. It only just took a couple minutes for them to situate that out. It ended up saying like 1/9/2026, which I'm pretty sure is when we booked this cruise. So it's okay, it got fixed and I'm on the ship now. So it's currently, boarding group 8 is like really early too, so I got really blessed with that. It's currently 12:13. My boarding group got in at like 11:30 is when it got in, so I've been on the ship for a little bit, and the first thing I did, ice cream, of course. That is a necessity. That is the first thing I'm gonna do, and that's where I got it over at Festival of Foods. So that's where you have Mickey's Barbecue. That's where you're gonna get the famous chicken tendies, all the sauces. They have other options as well, but our room will not be ready for about another hour. So right now we are currently docked next to the Disney Fantasy, so let's go check that one out. Currently walking towards the Cove Cafe and Bar, which is for guests 18 and older. I'm gonna loop my way around to the other side, but this is very quiet back here. No one has ventured up here really. So you got the Quiet Cove Whirlpool Spa back here. There are quite a lot of complaints about the Disney Wish in particular because they made this space really small in comparison to the Dream and the Fantasy. The Dream and the Fantasy is like the fan favorite cruise layout. Wish kind of took a step back in the fleet as far as favorite layout, but she also makes up for it in the terms of how stunning she is. So I don't know. There's the Cove Bar, and then over here you have the Cove Cafe. So you got your coffee all day long and your bar as well. And there's a look at the Disney Fantasy. Stunning. I've actually never seen the Fantasy. That's a ship I haven't gotten to explore yet. One day we'll get over there for sure. We'll explore Cove Cafe a little later because I do love her. I just don't need a coffee right now. Hi. Docked next to the Fantasy here reminds me to mention the Disney Adventure, which is Disney's newest ship. It will be sailing out of Singapore for 3 and 4 night sailing. 3 and 4? 3 and 4 night sailings out of Singapore, and it is just the ship. That is, there's no ports, it's just the ship. And I came the other day, and I'll put those on the screen here. I came the other day to see it because I was worried that the ship would not be here today, and it's not. It's currently bopping around in the Bahamas, it looks like, because you can look at cruisemapper.com and see exactly where the ships are. It's really fun. That ship is absolutely massive. gorgeous, like I said, going out of Singapore. But what's interesting about that ship is that it is not a Disney original ship. Disney actually bought it from Dream Cruisers out of Hong Kong and then redesigned it to be its own ship. That's why it looks massive. That's why it's different. It doesn't have the same atrium style. I mean, everything is completely different and unique about that ship. I find it interesting that they did choose to make it just out of Singapore and just a cruise ship with no ports. I find it very interesting and find it very niche as well. But I am curious and excited to see that ship in its full form here in a couple months. It goes out in March. Also getting on this ship as early as I did, it's very empty. The kids are starting to come to the pools now, but still very, very empty in comparison to what you typically see. Currently on deck 11, going up to deck 12 to check out the Vibe. The Hideaway, Enchante is up here. We're just gonna see if anything is open for viewing. Usually when the ship is, you know, in transition, you can come up here and check it out, especially the kid zones. So let's see if we can check some of these out. Hideaway we cannot. Hero Zone looks to be open. Found the Hero Zone. This is where you're gonna find the basketball court and air hockey and interactive fun games. This is also where one of the nights they blow up this giant inflatable course. I'm gonna try my best to make it, pending, you know, it works out with my dinner reservations, but it is massive and you can compete. All people can compete. It doesn't just have to be kids. I'm gonna check out Vibe next. This is so cool. Look at this. Hi. Free to tour, right? Okay, thank you. Happy Salmon is such a fun game. I love that game. They got games. That's a good name too. I suck at it, but it's a good game. What is it? It's a Tapple? Tapple. This is so fun. Video games, of course. Look, they even have like their own little oh, their little bar. This is for ages 14 to 17. It's not a real bar, guys. Calm down. It's not that serious. This is like movie vibes over here. So over here on the opposite side, over there is Hero Zone, Hideaway, and Vibe. Oh, my camera. There we go. Vibe. And then over here you have Halo, Enchante, and The Rose. It is an open house, so I am able to come in, scope it out, be nosy. My favorite thing to do. But look at it. This is the Rose section / Enchante. I'm a huge Beauty and the Beast fan, and I actually will be dining at Enchante tomorrow for lunch, and I will probably cry about it later. Don't worry. So follow along for the next vlog to see that. So when you walk through the Rose, Halo is right down there. The door's closed, so I'm not going in. And here we have Enchante. It's just extremely grand and elegant. This is the most expensive dining that you can find here on the Disney Wish. And you have Lumiere greeting you as you come in. Again, very elegant, very formal. This is an elevated dining, so you do have to dress the part. No swimsuits, nothing crazy of the sorts like that. Gotta be a little bit fancier for this one. So beautiful. No one's in here, but Again, I will be dining here tomorrow for lunch, so follow for the next video to get a full review of that. I'm glad I came in here to get some b-roll of this while it was empty, and I feel less scared to film because I definitely will not be interrupting anyone's dinner or lunch. That is never my goal or intention, and so I'm glad I was able to come in here and get some good content for that as well. But it is beautiful and stunning in here. Like I said, it has lunch and dinner options available. You book this in advance. Very, very rarely will you get lucky on board. So you do have to book these in advance on your Disney Cruise Line app, and then it will tell you how to do that. But if you don't want the stress of doing that, use a travel agent. Use our friends at Academy Travel. They booked, planned, and made this trip magical for me so I could have a really fun and amazing experience. And they are free travel agents, by the way. They will wake up at midnight and book these things for you. So you don't have to. What is that? Anyways, love this. I'm super, ow, I'm gonna roll my ankle and break. Can you tell I'm by myself? Miranda gets a little weird when she's by herself. But like I said, I will be here tomorrow. It is $145 per person. Keep that in mind, of course. It is not an included space. It is very luxury, very fun, and I'm super excited to get to review it tomorrow. So follow along for that next video. This is the chef that created it, by the way. I'm not gonna pronounce that. That's the chef that helped create this restaurant, and a Michelin, keep in mind. Wow, beautiful. Welcome to our stateroom. I am super, super excited to be in the stateroom. I have a veranda room. I will give a full tour, but let me give the logistics here. This is a family veranda room. So this pulls down, and this above me pulls down, and that pulls down as well. It kind of gives a bunk bed situation, but let's do a room tour. In order to use the lights in this room, you do have to put a card in here. This is just a card that I have in my wallet. Don't worry, it's not a credit card. So I just put that in there. You can also use your Key to the World card as well. So let's take a look at our room here. Walking in, you have a lot of storage. Over here, you also have your safety. Lord bless you if you ever need that. As well as a safe if you want to lock things away, as well as hanging storage over here. Oh, the light turned on. Very nice. Hanging storage as well as more life vests over here. And then in this last drawer, hold on, we're getting there. 1, 2, and 3. Another section here. Again, life vest, hanging storage, and a ladder in case you ever need that to get off your veranda, is what I'm assuming that is for. Over here is the bathroom. Nothing to complain about. It is a toilet. Yay. Awesome. And then over on this door, we have the shower and a folding mirror. Blessings. Hello, how are you? But beautiful. I do love the lighted mirrors there. And here is our bed. You have lamps on either side. This beautiful, I'm gonna say picture, it's not really a painting. Picture of Te Fiti there, gorgeous, stunning. I am very excited to be in a Moana room. Ports on either side, ports on that side, little drawer on that side, bed. Dun, 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 dun. TV across from the bed, which is really nice. We have the couch. This couch does pull out into a bed, as well as this right here comes down into a bed as well. Your stateroom host will be able to do that for you if you have more than just me staying here. And as well, that brings us over here to this side. Again, a little bit more storage right here, which is fantastic. And then this right here, watch me do this, hold on. I did do this a second ago, so I know it's capable. I'm not supposed to. Definitely don't worry about doing this. Your stateroom host will do it. But for viewing points, just to see that there is in fact a bed here. Bed. There you go. This room, in particular, a family veranda, sleeps 5 guests. Yes. It sleeps 5 guests, which is amazing. Have a desk amazing. Again, a lighted mirror here. If you are a Castaway Club member, I'm currently in silver. My next cruise will be in gold. I'm so excited. If you are, a Castaway Club member, meaning you have sailed more than once, you receive gifts. For the silvers, you receive a tote bag and a lanyard. Let's see what the lanyard looks like. Captain Mickey right there, and so I will put my Key to the World card in there, and then you get something else when you become a gold. So I'm curious what I'll get the next cruise. Storage. Down here, you have a wine cooler if you bring those with you. You are allotted 2 wine/champagne bottles. They have to be in your carry-on. 750 milliliters is the cap for one bottle, so you can bring 2 of those for wine and champagne, or you can bring a 6-pack of beer as well, and so that can go in there. All alcoholic beverages that you bring onto the ship have to be in your carry-on bag. And here is our beautiful veranda. Granted, we are currently looking out at Port Canaveral, Florida. Not the most beautiful view. Hello. It's locked somewhere. Where's the lock? Over here is the lock. So the red is the lock. Pull it. Now it's not locked. Open up this door. Also, if you have this door kind of just like that, your air conditioner won't turn on, guys. It won't. You have to latch it up. Then your air conditioner will kick back on. But this doesn't have to be locked for the air conditioner to be on, but for safety for your children, especially if you have those on board with you, lock it. So opening this up here means our air conditioner is kicking off, and we have made it to Port Canaveral, Florida. But for aesthetic reasons, here's a viewpoint of what it doesn't look like when we're looking out at Port Canaveral, Florida. Beautiful. Amazing, stunning, gorgeous. Can't complain. Yay! So exciting. Now the only other thing that we absolutely have to be at, it is a non-negotiable, no matter how many times you've sailed, is our muster drill. Get this closed. I am in Group C, I believe. Yes, Group C is my assembly station. So all you have to do is bring you and everyone in your party and go down and listen to the safety. That's it. While I have some time here in my room, I'm going to look at the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app and find what is available to do today. Like what characters are here, things of that nature. What characters, currently at 2:30, it's 2:02 currently. There's Disney Tunes trivia. There's a spa raffle. You have lots of activities on a cruise ship. Learn to draw Mickey Mouse. Zootopia 2. Yeah, I haven't seen Zootopia. I absolutely love them. Hercules. Okay, I'm looking for free. There is a way to get charm bracelet charms and a charm bracelet, and I can't find them. Oh no, did I miss it? I probably missed it. Hold on. I found it. It's at 4:45. I can go collect my complimentary charm bracelet. That's at 4:45 on deck 4 and 5. Midship at 4:20 we have Set Sail and Wish. So what I'm doing now is just going through the day to day and hearting those. That way it shows up in my plans. That way I don't miss them, because I would. All right, so first thing I have on my list of my plans, I have spa raffle at 2:30. So let's go see if we can win a spa, guys. That sounds so fun. And then we have drill at 3:30. Another thing that they have here on the Disney Wish is Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, where your little one can become a prince or a princess, and they also do pirate night specials, which is super cute and fun. And if you're an adult, you can get pixie dusted. We've made it to Luna, which is one of the karaoke bar trivia spots for the Senses Spa 2:30 raffle.
You need to be 18 and over. So make some noise if you're 18 and over today. And rule number 4, last but not least, and my most favorite rule out of them all, it has been scientifically proven, the more noise you make, the more energy you have, the more likely you are to win. So who's ready to win today? Well, I did not win, but
heading over to my room because my luggage is here. There it is. It has made it to my door. Yay! Keep finding things that I forgot to mention.
May I have your attention, please? Attention all traffic controllers, evacuation teams, and assembly teams. Please report to your assembly stations and positions immediately for today's mandatory emergency drill beginning at 3:30 p.m. All visitors, vendors, and workforce personnel who are not sailing with the Disney Wish should disembark at the Deck 1 aft gangway at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Another thing that I forgot to mention was the good morning little thing that you can put on your door. And so as long as you have this out by 3 o'clock in the morning, you will get breakfast at the time slot that you selected, and you'll get the items that you selected as well. Also have things like some postcards that are free to use and send out, which is super fun. You can send them from the ship or from Castaway. Maybe I'll do that today, this trip. I think that's super cute. You can send them to yourself or you can send them to a friend. I found the hair dryer. It's in here. It's in the desk. Oh my goodness, I'm a goof. And then you also have the mat. So for hot tools. Gotta be safety first, guys. Safety first. You have this mat here if you were using a flat iron, hair dryer, curling iron, all of those things. Please use the mat.
Low-level emergency lighting, which is installed in the floors of the corridors to help guide you to the exits. Please take no food or drinks and refrain from using cell phones during the drill.
Mandatory drill is complete, and now we're up here on deck 11. You can also be on deck 12 and 13 for the sail away party.
Disney cruise vacation, and the moment you've all been waiting for. Time to sound the ship's horn. Captain Minnie, will you do the honors, please?
Oh, I'd love to. Will you all help me count down?
Sure will. Happy to.
What fun! Oh, here we go. From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Before we leave, because we have to leave like right now, we are moving. Just wanted to showcase it. There's the security boats. It's technically a sheriff bringing us out, making sure we are safe and go in the correct direction and all the things. I don't know the logistics or what any of that is called, but here we are. Goodbye, Flota. Oh, there's another sheriff. Hello, sheriff. Okay. Had a little bit of sitting time, and now I'm going to head down to the... First I need to fill up my water. Always bring a refillable water jug. Gonna go fill up my water and then head on down to the theater to watch the show tonight. And then after that we have dinner. 1923 is an elegant, old Hollywood-inspired restaurant aboard the Disney Wish, named for the year the Walt Disney World Company was founded. The space is split into 2 beautifully designed rooms honoring both Walt and Roy Disney, and its walls are lined with over 1,000 pieces of original Disney animation art, sketches, and memorabilia. Every detail celebrates the creativity, craftsmanship, and legacy behind a century of Disney storytelling. Start, I had the burrata mozzarella cheese and prosciutto, which is like a crisp cranberry and sunflower seed situation with charred blood orange. It was absolutely delicious. Can't go wrong with cheese and prosciutto. I did get a salad. It's nothing to write home about. It was great. It's a fennel barlette pear with the manchego cheese, walnuts, and a sherry dressing. My entree, I did the 1923 peppered filet mignon. It has buttered long green beans, smoked bacon, some potato hash, and of course that amazing filet mignon. It was great. I loved it. I love me a filet mignon, and there's nothing wrong with this one. I think it's fantastic. And finally, for dessert, I did the signature dessert, which is a Burbank blueberry lemon Bavarian cream. It is so good. Not only is it stunning, but it also tastes delicious, and it's also small, so you can go get ice cream later if you want to. Dinner was absolutely amazing. I am so full and also very tired, so I am going to bed early. I am not a night owl. I'm going to do my best to be a night owl tomorrow night, so in the next vlog you will hopefully see Miranda be a night owl, but I'm an early bird. I'm the type of person that is at Cove Cafe right as they open at 6:30 a.m. Any hoozles, I came back to my room and I saw a note on the door, and I was like, oh, it's always me. Usually I always don't leave my card or something silly, but I won something. It says, congratulations, thank you for participating in the Senses Spa giveaway. We would like to gift $50 off any signature spa or salon service. Now we got to see what the actual price of the services are and see if it's worth it. But that's really cool. I'm excited. So that's exciting. Anyways, dinner was amazing. I love 1923. It's the fancier of the three. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed this vlog here on the Disney Wish. Head on over to our friends at Academy Travel that will be able to book, plan, and make your trip so magical, and they do it all free of charge. Travel agents are free, and so I highly recommend that you use their services and follow along for day 2, as we are going to be docked in Nassau, and we also have Enchante, and see what else we can get into and what other activities we can do on board the Disney Wish. Bye.